स्वागतम्
स्वागतं शुभ स्वागतम्.
Science without religion is lame and religion without science is blind. A very good morning to one and all gathered here. This morning is very energetic for all of us and all the science lovers. As we all know that we have gathered here to celebrate the National Science Day. On this auspicious occasion, this is my proud privilege and honor to extend a warm welcome to all my colleagues and friends gathered here. As the essence of great leadership is influence, not the authority. With this note, I would like to welcome our respected principal sir, Mr. Sanjay Kumar Patnaik, respected Deep Madam, to this function. I also welcome all my children watching this program on virtual platform of YouTube channel of our school. Thank you very much. Subham kurutva kalyanam आरोग्य धन संपदा शत्रु बुद्धि विनाशाय जो दीपम ज्योति नमस्तुते दीपम ज्योति नमस्तुते. In the beginning of today's program, I request our principal sir and Deep madam to begin this function with lighting of traditional auspicious lamp as a symbol of knowledge and wisdom, which dispels the darkness of ignorance. Sir, please. Deepam Jyoti Param Brahma Deepam Jyoti Janardana Deepam Jyoti Hare Papam Divyam Jyoti Namostute. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, ma'am. And thank you, Sunita madam also. Now, I request Sivanand sir to present the National Science Song or the Vigyan Geet.
धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करे. धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करे. मानव को दे सुख साधन हो, मानव को दे सुख साधन दुनिया में रोशन नाम करे. धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करे. कभी सोच कर देखा है कि अपने पूर्वज कैसे थे. निर्जन बंद गुफाओं में जो हरदम छुप कर रहते थे. वे ही पहले खोजी थे या यूं कहीं ये जादूगर थे जिन्होंने सबसे पहले आग जलाई जगमग पत्थर से. धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करे. धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करे. क्रांति घट गई दुनिया में जब हुआ पहिए का आविष्कार. वाहन उड़ने लगे अनोखे यात्रा ने पकड़ी रफ्तार. धातु खोजी गई जो बन में लगे धातुओं के औजार. बर्तन वाहन घर दरवाजे और धातुओं के हथियार. धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करें. धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करे. मानव को दे सुख साधन हो, मानव को दे सुख साधन दुनिया में रोशन नाम करे. धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करे. उसी समय से अपने इस दुनिया की चाल बदलती है. वैज्ञानिक जब जान गए कि बिजली कैसे बनती है. फिर क्या था विज्ञान जगत ने एकदम ऊंची भरी उड़ान, बढ़ने लगी सभी सुख साधन, जीवन और हुआ आसान। धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करे, धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करे। दुनिया में है आज भी कितने चमत्कार पर चमत्कार, ला 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 ला। दुनिया में है आज भी कितने चमत्कार पर चमत्कार, तेज दौड़ती कारें बाइक रेल जहाज समंदर पार, तरह तरह के उपग्रह देते दुनिया को सेवान मोल, टीवी मोबाइल कंप्यूटर एसी ने बदला भूगोल। धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करें, धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करें। मानव को दे सुख साधन हो, मानव को दे सुख साधन, दुनिया में रोशन नाम करें। धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करें, धन्य है वो वैज्ञानिक परहित में जो काम करें।
Very nice, sir. Thank you very much. Thinking much more than knowledge. Professor C.V. Raman believed that success can come to you by courageous devotion to the work, to the task lying in front of you. Professor C.V. Raman was the most outstanding scientist that India gave the world. Today is 28th February. This day is celebrated in India every year to mark the discovery of Raman effect by the great Indian scientist Chandrasekhar Venkat Raman on 28th February 1928. For this discovery, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1930. So, now I request our principal sir to give more information about the importance of the National Science Day. Sir, please.
Respected this madam and my colleagues, today India is celebrating the Science Day to commemorate the discovery of Raman effect on the February 28th, for which he got the Nobel Prize. So today's day only to popularize the science and to instigate in the children's mind about the scientific thoughts and how to think scientifically and how to work scientifically. So Ministry of Science and Technology and Earth Science decided to celebrate the Science Day as the integrated approach in science and technology for sustainable future. Every year the theme is different, and this year this theme has been chosen because it is very relevant today. You know, during these pandemic times when the thousands of people have died, at the time whether the patient or whoever may be, they approach different way to be a cure from the disease, but at least the science only came forward. It is because of our hard labor of the scientists, the doctors who developed the vaccines, and now almost we are being free from this disease. So that's why this theme has been chosen this year. And I appeal to my all teachers, whether science teacher or whoever, that you develop this curiosity among our students, because curiosity means anything you see. Today, seconds I will show something, that anything that how and why, that is what the science. How it happened and why it happened. This is what the science. This thing should be instigated in the children's mind so that there can be inclined towards the science, they can learn science in the better way. In future, they approach any stream, but science is always be with them, which helps to find out the solution in the different way. So on this occasion, once again, I appeal to the teachers that this motivation is required. Now, almost all the rooms is now equipped with our projector and all. Yesterday, when I was searching about this day, I found lot of fiction, science, games and all that we can show our students so that they can motivate for that. So now almost everybody knows how to use the technology, mobiles and whatever. So let us use this year's the new way so that our student can be benefited and you can also develop a lot. Once again, I thank you all, and I thanks to Sivanand that a beautiful song, and he explained that all the what is the science and how they help the what is he said one Hindi word parahit, that is the benefit of the humanity. That's what the word is there that minister explained integrated approach in science and technology for the welfare of the humanity. He explained little. This year is the our theme. So once again, I thanks all.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing the important and motivative information about the Science Day. Experiment. What is experiment? Experiment provides knowledge about the physical world. So, I request Shrikant sir and Principal sir to perform some simple experiment based on science. Sir, please.
Everyone please see, you just compare the both beaker looking same. Yes or no? Looking same. This is colorless and this is colorless, both are looking same. So, in the presence of this sir, I want to show one magic, little magic, everyone know. You already started studying in class 8. You see, just no changing the color. This is colorless. You put this PS paper and no change in color. But when I take another PS paper, put here, this is change. This pink color change to yellow color, change to pink color. Why? Simple experiment. This is acid and this is normal water. In acid, you know everyone, acid change the color of pH. pH means what? pH is एक इंडिकेटर जो कि कलर को चेंज करता है. क्या है? एसिड को बेस करता है, बेस को कलर चेंज करता है. मतलब एसिड है, एसिड में पीएच को मैं डालता हूँ तो क्या होता है? उसका कलर चेंज हुआ. लेकिन जब वाटर में मैंने जब पीएच पेपर को मैंने पुट किया तो कुछ प्रॉब्लम कुछ भी चेंजिंग नहीं हुआ. इसी अनदर ये जो है हमारे बहुत सारे हमारे स्कूल में है, ये लिटमस पेपर है, ये ब्लू कलर का लिटमस पेपर है और ये रेड कलर का लिटमस पेपर है. कलर दिया गया है चलो को इजी होने के लिए. तो जब मैं एसिड में रेड कलर का लिटमस पेपर डालता हूँ तो कुछ भी बदलाव नहीं हुआ, क्योंकि एसिड में ब्लू कलर का जब मैंने डालूंगा तो इस कलर पर क्यों? क्योंकि when litmus paper put on the acid, then color change blue to red. But when red litmus paper put on the acid, color will change. If that red litmus paper put on the base, this is base, the color will be changed ready to blue. Okay, so everyone know these are all indicators. This is a blue litmus solution, and this is a red litmus solution, and this is phenolphthalein. If you want to check, then the color will be changed by using our newspaper, litmus paper, etc. etc. Okay. So what happened when it was this is not इसमें बहुत सारे है. This is copper sulfate, and this is a solution of potassium permanganate, and all these are
the indicators. You will be given a sample, whether it is acid or base. So by this indicator you can check. pH is one indicator, litmus is one indicator. So here I am telling you, this is the phenolphthalein solution. It is a colorless. So suppose you don't know whether it is acid or base. So phenolphthalein indicator when you pour, you see it is changed to pink color. Okay. Again, this is what called alkaline phenolphthalein solutions. Suppose another sample is given, whether it is acid or base to know. Just you see, when acid is being dropped, it changes to again colorless. The pink color is being now diminished. So these are the few things which will be appreciated by the student, because before them something is changing, color changing, so they will be influenced towards the study of the science. So these are the things. So this is what called the curiosity. How happened and why it happened. Thank you. And this is also a little warm. If you check here, it is being warm because acid is being used.
Thank you very much, Srikant sir and Principal sir, for showing for giving the information about some basic science through experiments. We are very excited to hear some words from Deep ma'am. So I kindly request respected madam to express their thoughts and guide us. So ma'am, please.
Thank you, Chinmay.
Thank you.
Good morning, Principal Sir, science teachers, and all pillars of school strength. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Today, National Science Day, we decided we should have it in the science lab, because we were having a conversation about this, that many teachers even don't know how much we have in the lab, right? So that's the idea why we have chosen this and shown you some simple experiments, because I know that when we are art students, but even then up to 10th standard we all study science, right? And little we know. And then we have also opened the books exhibition, and there in the library you can see all the science related books. Even if you don't want to read, but first thing is that you should be reading. But in any case, even if you don't want to read, you can guide the students. So first of all, let me not forget to convey my greetings on the occasion of National Science Day. Sir has very nicely told you about this theme, and he told you also that every year the theme is changed. So every year there's a new theme introduced by the Ministry of Science and Technology. Science and technology both go together. Sir has also referred to curiosity. That's really very good, because you see, the other day in the assembly I was talking about IQ. So that is for mental growth, PQ for physical growth, social growth, and then SQ, that is, and then again your spiritual growth and moral growth, which goes side by side. But along with this new word, this which is being added to our daily conversation is CQ. What is CQ? Curiosity quotient. Now you could make out easily. Now what is curiosity quotient? You know, when India became independent and we also adopted the Constitution of India, it was decided that it is the duty of every Indian citizen to develop scientific temper. So scientific temper, you call it ST or you call it CQ, it is the same thing. Now how to develop that scientific temper? Very, very easy. You see, I remember when I was thinking about what I will talk to you, I was thinking about Newton, right? What he saw? What he saw? A falling apple, right? So he didn't see, he observed. That is the difference. He observed that when he was sitting in the garden, the apple fell down. Then he observed that everything, then obviously his observation, he carried on further and he found that everywhere things are falling down. So first part of scientific temper is observation. Observation is different from seeing. Seeing is only the physical part. My eyes are working. They are framing the shadows backside. What you all know about the eyes working. But behind that, when our mind is applied to our seeing, it is called observation. So I also remember that every day when the science teacher enters the science lab, what he tells the students first of all, write down your observations. So observation is different from seeing. So first part for developing scientific temper is observation. Then you have hypothesis, then you come to the theory. Remember Newton's steps only, right? How he observed. When he observed, then he tested many things. He continued. Then he started noting down. Then he came to the theory of it that everything, whatever is available, will fall down on the earth, and that part he called gravitational force, right? I'm not very, very good at science because I have been a student of arts throughout. But at the same time, just while we think about it little carefully, so thinking, observation again, observation if it is good, then it will definitely improve the scientific temper of the students. Along with observation, second part is questioning. Now, questioning or spirit of inquiry, sir also referred about that. Spirit of inquiry. We don't ask ourselves, what are we doing here? Why do we light the lamp in the beginning of the function? We don't ask ourselves, why there are so many colors? We have kept that science of colors over there. I was talking to Chinmay when we discussed about this, then I was telling her, we always associate colors with art only. Drawing kar di, coloring kar di. But never thought about it. This is the base of science. Everything comes from science, all the colors also, and how colors change when they are mixed together. So, and they have also shown you scientifically the colors and the world of colors. So, we thought of calling it as science of colors. So, first observation, second questioning, inquiry. Ask yourself, what is happening, why it is happening, and then we have to also put it into students' mind that they should ask questions. I will share one video with you that is called Jigyasa. Jigyasa is curiosity only. So wonderfully they have explained, and it is a fact of life. When the small children are born, they start asking, Mommy, aisa kyun hai? Papa, aisa kyun hai? Why this thing is happening? Why that is happening? And then ultimately we get bored and sick, and then we start telling, oh, how many questions will you ask? Stop asking questions. First day, Mama has stopped, then Papa has stopped, then Dadu has stopped, then people, they continue to say, kitne prashn puchte ho tum, kitne questions puchte ho tum. So from home it started. When the child came to class, we are telling you ask questions, but when actually he starts asking questions, then what happens? Oh God! Then we start talking to our colleagues. Have you seen that child? He is asking so many questions. Questions. But the point is, you see now what is happening. Whenever there is a teachers training program, the teachers, they give the master trainers, they teach. Okay. After that they will say, any questions? No questions. We as grown-ups also, we don't ask questions. Why? When we stopped asking questions? Because when I was small, my teacher stopped me from asking questions. Arey, bahut questions puch rahe ho aap. Then slowly the spirit of asking questions dies down. And then we are not questioning anything anywhere. But this is what is required. So my appeal to all of you. Sir has also already talked to you what to do. There are many situations, but out of that, first and basic thing is teach them to observe the things. I always give this example that I have learned my Uriya by observing the boards. Ashadotokana. From there I learned this is O, this is Sh, this is the Do, Kana. So I learned my Uriya from there. So this is only because of observation. So observation is the first thing. Second is questioning. Ask them to tell them to ask the questions. Of course, silly questions are to be avoided, but you must allow them to ask the questions. These two things also, if you will do, then the war is won, and we can continue to have the students who will start asking intelligent questions, subject-related questions, so that your mind also gets prepared. I was just talking to somebody, and he was telling that when we go to the classes and we talk to the students, students don't ask questions. So he was appealing to the students that students should go so prepared that they should know that today we are going to ask these questions. And the teacher should go prepared. Oh, आज ये बच्चा मेरी क्लास में बैठने वाला है, उसने क्या क्वेश्चन पूछ लेना है, let me also go prepared. So as a result, what happens? Both the student and the teacher all are prepared, right? So these are few things, just 2-3 things which I thought I should share with you. So number 1 is observation, number 2 is questioning, inquiry, spirit of inquiry. And this is not something which we are only saying, the whole world is saying. Whole world is talking about it, and your national education policy, again I'm going to repeat, it is continuously asking about this, that they should be allowed to develop spirit of inquiry. Then we can say that yes, he has got a scientific temper. Alright. Now next part, of course, my more important duty was, one was CQ, next is TQ. You started using TQ, what for?
Thinking.
फिर से सोचो.
Thinking.
In your messages that you have started passing on in WhatsApp, in that you use TQ. Thank you. Right? So she told me that I have to convey my thanks. So conveying thanks is for everyone. First, you all who are sitting here, sir, for giving and sharing ideas with me, and also helping me to pull in Srikant sir for doing this work, and then we could think of doing reaching and having a proper observation of the day, right? And then of course, whatever the teachers, Chinmay has been very cooperative. Then we have received the cooperation from Sushil sir, because he is going to give me the contribution with the help of students. Students are going to speak. Shivansi is there. Of course, I approach her directly. Shivanand sir, the song is itself very beautiful. You see this, that is why I tried to put it into this banner itself. First था पूर्वज कैसे थे, आग जलाई, उसके बाद पहिए का आविष्कार, then clothes and dresses, then of course light and machines, then of course the vehicles, alright, the means of transport, and then today's world, which is completely changed because of Vaigyanik, because of the scientists. So this attitude, if we develop in our children, definitely things can change. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि वो आदमी भी तो scientist था ना, the one who started the fire, he became a scientist, right? He became a scientist too, technology too. So then slowly the world has changed. So everything comes from one thought, idea. You must have noticed in the cartoons they say idea, and the bulb is sparkling. So that is it. And then of course the teachers, Surya sir has been a big help. And though I did not involve Prashant sir and Priyanka so much, but Vandana was there from EOC team. You see, EOC team has its own job. They have the fixed work to be done. And the major work comes to the subject teachers concerned. Now, we are going to have very shortly this Utkal Divas. So obviously the task goes to Odia teachers. So they should come up. But Utkal Divas is not merely Odia teachers' job. It is also social science teachers' job, because it involves the culture, tradition. Everything is integrated. Everything is integrated. I am talking about integrated teaching and learning. Everything is integrated. So each one of you, when you pool in your sources, your mind, your helping hand, that becomes a big help to all of us, and we are able to do a lot of work. Now this work, particularly having activities like this, co-curricular activities and academic, we are all doing. Co-curricular activities particularly, they have their own role to play because they are breaking the monotony, number one. Number two, they have their education value. Because you see, many of us have not thought from this point of view. Many of us did not know about this. Because I searched, we found out. Right? So that is how we learn the things. And she has done a lot of research in whatever I was talking to her, and she was really coming up with lots of ideas. And I think Sanmitra was helping her. So directly or indirectly, we got a lot of help from, again, Rath was there. So we got the help from everyone, and we could have a wonderful function. So thank you, each one of you. Many, many thanks that you are a strong team of pillars of school strength. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your inspiring words.
A heartily good morning to all. I'm Shakti Rani Patra from Aryan Public School. Today is a very special day, that is the National Science Day. On this special day, I want to speak some words about the importance of science in our day-to-day life. As we know that in the ancient times, there were no science in our world. But nowadays, the science developed our world. It means that every moment we use only things those who are invented by science. Our world is full of gadgets and machineries. That's why the science is the very important part in our life. The sciences provide us the knowledge about our environment. The development of science helped the mankind to achieve a lot of progress in their life. The science invented many types of things and electronic and effective things to make our life easier. Observing the magic and the importance of the science, we can say that it has a vast use in all for the human beings. We should be proud that our country, India, is the very fastest and developed country. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, my name is Rishita Patra. I am student of Standard 5th Aryan Public School. On the eve of National Science Day, I am going to speak few lines about the computer in our daily life. Computer is a latest technology which is almost used everywhere. Because of its higher accuracy and less time consumption, it is used in many fields like businesses, activities, entertainment, education, etc. We can understand and analyze the importance of computer by seeing a revolution in online education, online offline businesses, online communication and banking sectors. Many of our daily life activities are based on online services and products which can only possible via computer. So the importance of computer can be judged by the seeing the amount of people using them each and every single day. We just can't imagine the world without computer. So being the part of this celebration, I would definitely not miss the chance to thank the great scientists for their contribution towards this innovation.
I am Soumya Pradhan from class 5. Happy National Science Day. Today, on the occasion of National Science Day, I want to say some words about pollution and science. February 28 observed as National Science Day to mark the anniversary of India's greatest discovery, Raman effect, and to recognize the contribution of scientists towards the development of the nation. On this day, 1928, India's prominent scientist C.V. Raman invented the Raman effect, for which he won the Nobel Prize in 1930. A renowned scientist, Dr. Chandrasekhar Venkata Raman, was born on November 7, 1888. The unwanted changes of many harmful pollutants pollutes the environment is called pollution. There are different types of pollution like air pollution, water pollution, and soil pollution, etc. Generally, burning of wastage, industrial gases, vehicle gases are the main cause of air pollution and also water and soil pollution. All the pollutions are interlinked to each other. In today's world, deforestation is the main way of pollution. If we have to prevent the pollution, so we have to planting more trees. It only not protect the habitat of animal, but it also protect the all type of erosion.
Honorable Principal Sir, respected teachers, and my dear friends, good morning and my greetings to all of you on this special occasion of National Science Day. Science has given us so much, isn't it? Can you wonder how our lives would be if there will be no science? Well, without science, the world would be as it was 10,000 or more years ago. Our world population would be less than 100 million. Most would probably still be hunter-gatherers, while some will be early farmers living in small and primitive settlements. What is being grown by the farmers will be rough, of low quality and low yield, as breeding for improving crops or livestock requires some basic science. Cities or towns would not exist. Healing would really be very tough since finding herbal cures requires some basic science. Therefore, life without science would really be tough, short, and incredibly uncomfortable. Thank you.